Today, we are going to learn how to use to be, to, in plans, orders, instructions, and destiny. Let's begin by learning how to use to be, to, in plans. The structure be plus infinitive is often used to talk about plans which have been already made for the future. For example, the Queen is to visit Canada. Notice that we use the structure be plus infinitive as a shortened form of the future going to. Therefore, the complete form of this sentence would be, the Queen is going to visit Canada. We commonly use the shortened form with newspaper headlines. For example, the leaders are going to meet in Geneva would become, the leaders are to meet in Geneva. The dynamic trio are going to reform would become, the dynamic trio are to reform. TV7 is going to begin broadcasting in May would become, TV7 is to begin broadcasting in May. Marks & Spencer is going to open 5 new stores would become, Marks & Spencer is to open 5 new stores. Simple, right? But wait. Look at these newspaper headlines. Queen to visit Canada. Leaders to meet in Geneva. So notice that some newspapers also shorten the sentence even more by omitting the articles and the verb to be. Now, let's look at to be, to, orders, and instructions. The shortened form of going to, that is the structure be plus infinitive, can also be used when given orders and instructions. Let's begin with giving instructions. For example, nobody is to leave the room. They are not to be opened until Christmas Day. It is to be treated in the strictest confidence. The children are to go to bed at 9 o'clock. He is to go to prison for 3 years. Notice that the structure is mainly used in the third person as an impersonal way to give instructions. For all these instructions, it is also possible to use the modal verb must instead of the structure be plus infinitive. For example, nobody must leave the room. They must not be open until Christmas Day. It must be treated in the strictest confidence. The children must go to bed at 9 o'clock. He must go to prison for 3 years. Easy, right? And when the shortened form of going to is used with the second person, you, it is used to give orders. For example, you are to finish this report by 6 o'clock. It's the same as to give the order, finish this report by 6 o'clock. Now, let's move on to be to, destiny. We can also use the shortened form of going to, that is the structure be plus infinitive, to refer to the idea of destiny. For example, they say goodbye, not knowing they were to meet again. Notice, to express destiny, the structure be plus infinitive is in the simple past. For instance, was to or were to. Let me give you some more examples. These were to be his last words as president. It was to be 10 years before he became champion. She never considered at school that she was to become his wife.